Hello everyone, welcome back to our psychology series. I'm Tanika and I hope you enjoyed our first lecture on what is psychology. So, before we begin today's class, let's quickly revise what we learned in the previous lecture. We learned that psychology is the study of behavior and mental processes. We also understood the meaning of behavior, mental processes, the origin of the word psychology, its nature, scope, and importance. Today's topic is history of psychology. But have you ever wondered, has psychology always been a science? The answer is no. Psychology has taken a long journey to become the scientific discipline we know today. So, let's begin. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand how psychology developed, learn the different stages in its history, understand how psychology became a science. Let's start with the history. Every subject has a history, and psychology has no exception. Psychology is one of the oldest fields of knowledge, but one of the newest sciences. तो इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब है कि साइकोलॉजी के बारे में हमें हज़ारों सालों पहले भी पता था। लोग इसके बारे में बहुत टाइम पहले भी सोचते थे, लेकिन इसे साइंस के रूप में बहुत देर बाद स्वीकार किया गया। इन द बिगिनिंग साइकोलॉजी वाज अ पार्ट ऑफ फिलोसफी. Philosophers try to answer questions like, why do people think? Why do we feel emotions? Why do people behave differently? These questions eventually gave birth to psychology. The earliest meaning of psychology is the study of soul. The word psychology comes from the Greek word. Psyche means soul and logos means study. So basically, it is the study of soul. Ancient Greek philosophers believed that understanding the soul would help us understand human behavior. However, there was one major problem. Can we actually see or measure the soul? No, the soul cannot be observed scientifically. This definition was not accepted by modern scientists. As the time passed, psychologists changed their focus. Instead of studying the soul, they started studying the mind. They believed that mind controls our thoughts, actions, and emotions. But again, there was one major problem. Can we directly see or observe the mind? No, we cannot see someone's mind directly because it was difficult to study scientifically. Psychologists looked for another approach. The next stage was psychology as the study of consciousness. Consciousness means awareness of ourselves and our surroundings. For example, right now you are aware that you are watching this lecture. This awareness is called consciousness. Psychologists used a method called introspection. Now, what is introspection? Understand it by its definition. It means looking inward and describing your own thoughts and feelings. For example, if I ask you, how do you feel after receiving good marks? You might say, I feel happy and confident. That is introspection. But there was again a limitation. Different people describe the same experience differently. Therefore, introspection was considered subjective and not completely scientific. Finally, psychologists realized that behavior can be observed and measured. Behavior includes walking, thinking, talking, crying, helping others, not thinking. It's the things we can see or measure. Since behavior can be observed scientifically, psychology became more objective. Behavior can be observed and measured. Then, therefore, today we define psychology as psychology is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Now, one of the most important event in the psychology happened in 1879. A German psychologist, Wilhelm Wundt, established the world's first psychology laboratory in Leipzig, Germany. Okay, this was a historic moment because psychology became an independent scientific discipline. He was also known as the father of modern psychology. This marked psychology's separation from philosophy. Okay, I hope you are understanding this lecture. Okay, now let's quickly revise today's lecture. We studied how psychology evolved from the study of soul to a scientific discipline. It became independent in 1879 with William Wundt's laboratory. Modern psychology studies behavior and mental processes. Okay, you have successfully completed today's lecture. If you found this lecture helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any doubts or which psychology topic you would like me to cover next. In our next lecture, we will discuss the four goals of psychology. Describe, explain, predict, and control with easy examples. Until then, keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much.